Is this the basketball club?
This guy's a tower. He's definitely the main character of this show. Are you kidding me? Red hair, red eyes. What type of genetics are these? This is a generational talent standing in front of me. No doubt in my mind.
I'm trying to join tight shit.
Huh?
Move this fucking chair away. Basketball club. I'm trying to hoop, lady.
Oh, of course. Go. Welcome. Of course. Just wait a minute, though. Let me give you the rundown, because I'm sure you know this, but our school just formed last year, so we're a little new, and we only have second years to compete with at the moment. So I'm sure someone of your stature and your build, you could really let your presence be known.
Lady, what are you telling me that I don't already know? I know I'm that dude on the court. I'm just trying to hoop. I don't care about the semantics of it all. I just learned that word in America last year. Just added it to my vocab. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna sign my name. Y'all put me as starting power forward. Simple.
I really don't know what the hell is coming out of your mouth right now, but I'm looking down at your application. You don't have a reason to join?
Basketball is my reason. I live and breathe ball. It's clear y'all boys don't understand that at the moment, so I'm gonna have to shape this team to really understand and appreciate the game that I was born to play.
What the hell is up with that maniac?
All right, KUROKO'S basketball. It's been a long time coming. I should have been on this shit sooner, to be honest, considering I'm an avid hooper myself, especially me in my prime. I promise you I did not miss. Vintage Jules was a problem, and I would have probably been league bound if it wasn't for my Osh goods. I'm not even gonna get into that because I'm gonna start crying and fall to my knees. But nonetheless, we start the show with the recruitment process. Our coach is a random girl from second period, and KUROKO'S from the Generation of Miracles. And we meet him, and he's on some killer shit, just completely masking his presence, and almost kills the coach day one. But coach tells KUROKO to take off his shirt so she can analyze his stats, and somehow she pulled these numbers out of her noggin, whatever the fuck these mean. We got the nigga's body mass index with her eyes. So with the way this is looking, she's looking like she's a Popovich level type of coach. And right off the bat, this is how I know KUROKO is a dangerous ass player, and that when this show is all said and done, they're gonna be talking about him like how folks were talking about Jordan back in the day.
I mean, his eyes got big. Usually that tongue come about right here, now it's way out.
It's gonna be the same type of thing because Kagami is getting shots up at the park, and this dude KUROKO pulls up on a mid-stroke and contests his bucket from 25 feet away. And off the bat already, defensive juggernaut. When the fuck did you get here, bruh?
Your jumper's broke as shit.
Fuck you talking? When did you get here, dog? I mean, what are you doing here by yourself? I'm not doing anything except grinding harder than the rest. Cause I want this, I'm hungry. And I'm gonna keep it real with you, KO. I was in America until my second year of middle school. And when I came here first day, played my first game against some Japanese hoopers, I deadass went home and threw up, and I was sick for a week. I was real deal physically ill by how trash y'all are over here. I'm not looking to play basketball for fun. I'm really trying to go against comp. And don't think I haven't heard about you either. This team of players, generation of prodigals from our year. Heard all about y'all, did my research and everything. And it seems to me that y'all could hoop for sure. Because people who can succeed in this sport smell different from the rest. But there's something that's not right with you. I don't like your vibe one bit. Because I know your ass is weak and you should smell weak, but you ain't smell pleasant. I'll tell you that much, but you don't smell weak. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on here. So let me see, show me just how good your generation of prodigals really is, seriously. Well, seems like I didn't put on enough baccarat today. I guess my scent isn't up to par, so I'll keep that in mind, but this is very fortunate. Because I've also been hoping to play against your sorry ass. Yeah, and watching this, I was thinking this was going to be a showdown. This was absolutely the opposite, and this was an evisceration. And with the way he ran back with the ball here, not even dribbling, I was convinced this nigga never touched the ball in his fucking life. Because that's something that only people who don't hoop, that's what they do. When they have the ball, if they're not dribbling it and you see them running over to you within their arms like that, that's how you know that they don't hoop for real, because that's an instinctual thing. Brother, I'm going to be honest, I'm done here, and I'm going to go home so I can wash the stench of your skills off of my body. Secondly, whatever the hell you did out there, do not do that shit ever again. Quit the fucking sport. You're disrespecting James Naismith, founder of this shit. That brother's been dead for 80 years and you just killed his ass again. Because this shit is based off talent, brother, and you do not have it. Stick to AP Bio or something. Seriously. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. I don't agree with that. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. And I love this game, and I just don't agree with what you gotta say. If you were a real hooper yourself, you know it's not all about iso ball. See me in a 5v5 scenario, and we at least 30 ball you, brother. So then the next day they run a scrimmage against the second years, and this nigga Kagami is assaulting them. Immediately off tip-off, nuts in the dude's mouth all over the place. Hey! He's looking like a prime Shaquille, just fucking on him. And we see KUROKO huffing and puffing like he hasn't run more than 4 steps in his life. For all the philosophy he was spitting to me last night, this nigga cannot play for shit. Damn! He really is garbage. And this second year was going up for the late.
And then this mutant of a man Kagami sends that shit to Narnia.
So then they start running a double team on his ass, and you know what Devin Booker said?
Hey, bro, we not doubling an open gym, bro. Yeah, we are. I get that shit all season, bro.
And that's not how Kagami rolls because he embraces the challenge. He doesn't play softball like that. And out of nowhere, the second years just start 16 balling him. Looking like how the Thunder got away from the Pacers the other night. In a game that the Pacers would have very well won, by the way, if Halliburton didn't do what he did. He was hella squirting all over the place before that injury. He was making it fucking moist out there. Don't get it twisted. To any Thunder fans out there, I just want you to know that the Pacers would have taken that one home. That would have been a monumental game from that nigga. And they start that second half, and this nigga Kuroko was playing like how Lonzo Ball was playing in the summer league. Just these little touch passes, facilitating to where then they eventually catch up, and then Kuroko gets a fast break layup, and then he lays that ball up just like Brandon Knight did in that one game, to where Kagami was trailing, and then they recreate D-Wade and LeBron right here. So I already knew this was going to be a special duo. And after that scrimmage, after they beat down the second years, Kagami and Kuroko get a bit more cordial and friendly with each other. And Kuroko proclaims that he'll be like his shadow, and then with a darker shadow leads to a lighter light. So basically they're going to make magic out on the court. And we see them really building their relationship as a duo. When the next day at school, everyone's like looking out the window, and we see that there's a message on the floor, which was quoting what Kagami just said, saying that they were going to be the best, and it was clearly Kuroko's doing. And it was just a wholesome little moment, and that wholesome shit could stay off the court, because once we suit up, it's time for blood. And that's what we start to see when Shunji pulls up, aka Kisei Ryota, who pulled up to watch their scrimmage, and Kagami was instantaneously on timing. There's no time for chit chat, nigga. I don't care if you're in a suit, I don't care if you're in swim trunks, check the ball up right fucking here. And they start running the ones in his business casual, by the way. Give this guy a fucking map. Where the hell is he going? Come here, that's just cornbread. And then proceeds to hit that nigga with the spin cycle, yeah. You like those vocals? Spin cycle, yeah. One more time. Spin cycle, yeah. And he punched that shit on his head with force and authority. And he had a hand on it too. Those are the worst. Had that nigga on his ass. He needed that humbling though. Hey y'all, I'm done with the game. I'm requesting a trade for KUROKO'S. We get him on our roster and I'll give y'all a bag of chips from the vending machine. And let's hoop together again, brother. You know that we were a great duo. Better than at least Clifford the big red fraud back there. You know just as much as I do. Like, it's a waste of your talent to stay here. I mean, what's Buddy with the glasses gonna do? Study the circumference of a basketball? Fucking dork. I mean, like, come on, Kuro. No, I'm really honored to hear you say that respectfully, but at the same time not. I'm declining the fuck out of that shit, brother. That doesn't make any sense. Why? Don't you want to go somewhere where dudes actually know what they're doing on the court? My mindset's changed a little bit, and I made a promise to Kagami, and I told him that we'd beat the likes of you, the generation of what he calls the fraudicals. Fraudicals? Am I getting punked right now? Where are the cameras? What are you doing, Kuroko? I was gonna say that shit, bruh. Kage, ain't nothing funny. I'm dead ass serious. I have no sense of humor whatsoever. I only have a sense of hooper. And that's when their little rivalry with Shunji starts, to where they run a little scrimmage with these next 2 episodes. And now I could talk about this, but I feel like y'all would appreciate it for the first time in channel history, aside from my IRL friend group for the first time on the channel, that I have a little guest up in there. I'm standing here and my stomach's rumbling and I'm feeling a bacon chicken ranch quesadilla. So I'm gonna head to Chili's. I'm gonna let my boy Kevin sub in for me, who I'm sure a lot of you guys already know of. And if you don't, subscribe to him. I appreciate him for hopping on the video with me, and I'll catch y'all in like 5 minutes.
So we finally have our first actual game, and within the first possession, Cookies, and he isn't the only one who got to worry about Wash's assist. Yep, this high school student, no older than 17, just ripped the rim off the backboard. But now they gotta run full court, which a 5v5 half court is crazy to begin with, but finally Hot Shot got subbed in. And if I was Kagami, I'm calling for the ball every play. Cause what this man did earlier, cooked him in regular attire. Like if a nigga bust my ass in business casual, I might just have to. Anyways, the other team is done playing. Look at the routes. And imagine being number 4. You just got nutmegged into a highlight, and he has the girls in the back fiending. Not gonna lie, I'd be this guy's biggest hater. You can't have everything, bro. Now, Kuroko may not be the best offensively, but that boy is a playmaker. He knows where everyone is out in the court. If you're open, best believe that ball's coming your way. Now, the fact that Hot Shot blocked this, then proceeded to do the same move and green that shit. Damn. So they decided to call a timeout. And long story short, that little invisible technique KUROKO'S doing has a limit. He can't keep it up all game. But Kagami also found out Kisei's weakness. His ability to copy others doesn't work on someone you can't see, so pretty much KUROKO'S his weakness. Now the second quarter starts and peep this. Kagami drives through the ball to KUROKO and he doesn't even change the stance. Direct delivery back. Only down 8 points, this is winnable. Icing on the cake is when they threw KUROKO on Kisei, but really this was just an advanced double team. That boy ain't know what to do. Got slapped so hard he started leaking. I don't know how that's even possible. Does he have a bionic arm that we don't know about? Because how did that even happen? But with KUROKO on the sidelines, the team lost a vital piece. Though they were hanging in there, only down by 10 by the time KUROKO was subbed back in. And y'all know, anytime the opening song plays in a place other than the opening, they're about to cook. With KUROKO back on the court, they evened the score. But Kisei wasn't letting up. That boy full on speed blitz past the whole team. Now, y'all are probably surprised, but I've seen LeBron do this exact move all the time. Kisei must have been watching LeBron highlights. That's why he knows how to do that. But pretty much both teams go back and forth scoring until the last 5 seconds. It's 98-98. Number 4 goes for the floater. Glasses tosses it down the court. Kagami must have instant transmission because I don't know how he even got down there, but he passes it to KUROKO. He lobs it up. The longest 5 seconds ever, but hey, we take the dub.
Appreciate my boy Kevin for coming up in here. I'm sure y'all already subscribed to him, but if you're not subscribed to him, you know what to do. And who knows, maybe I'll hop on one of his joints sometime, man. Who knows? But if you're coming from his channel, you know exactly what to do to my little button too. Pause. Unleash warfare on that thing. But no, so after we see those boys beat Shunji down and leave that nigga crying in tears, we meet Light Yagami with glasses and olive green hair.
And when I saw him pulling up talking about the position of the stars tonight, and each of his fingers individually wrapped, I already knew we were dealing with a 40-point per game scorer. And before we see the atrocities he commits on the court, when he's drenching everyone with his flick, we got to get past a couple other opponents first. The first being this group of 60 overall brown shirt bullies that we saw at the park during golden hour. Pulling up to this group of 3 kids talking about give us a turn. Came 5 deep to the park with no ball. The first thing any of these boys should be worried about is getting their cheddar up, so they can go get a Wilson Evolution at Dick's. Because realistically, imagine that you come to the park with 2 of your boys shooting around playing 21, group of 5 super seniors pull up on you. Let us use that side of the court and your ball, it's our turn. I don't care if the police come. Honestly, I hear something that stupid, I'm gonna keep it 100% cash money. I'm attacking you. Like, I don't care about the difference in numbers. I really don't. My boys could even sit back. They don't even have to jump in for me. And I'm not a violent person. Simply put, 90% of the time, I'm a bitch. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if someone is testing my set, now granted, I've been training my shit, you know, but really, like, I'm not getting physical with niggas unless it is mandatory. And even then, I'm still hesitating because it's like, who likes to be in pain and inflict pain on others? That's silly to me. But I experienced something like this. You're gonna experience the fastest elbow you've ever seen in your goddamn life.
But no, so they start running threes while these other kids start working them, passing the ball around, 3-man weave. I'm shooting right here. Where the fuck are you going, bitch? And who the hell do we have here? Meta World Chaos. Slamming this nigga to the concrete. And keep in mind, he wasn't even in the game. He was waiting to be subbed in. Nigga jumped off the bench to foul him. Why? And then this brother's talking about, I said we play basketball, not a 3-on-3. I mean, like, I know this is fiction, but the thing is, people like act this way. Like, it's so stupid. And he starts kicking him over basketball. Like, granted, basketball is serious, but that seriousness should be kept within the sport. If you're taking that shit outside of the game and just getting physical because you can't handle someone hitting a post-fade shimmy on your dumbass because you don't know how to play defense, I mean, you shouldn't be playing the sport in the first place. And KUROKO pulled up Aura farming a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Because remember, a couple episodes ago, he barely even knew how to dribble a basketball. So him pulling up, spinning the ball here, burning that shit on his nose and keeping the rotation, that was like Sung Jinwoo-esque. And KUROKO challenges these boys to a 1-on-5. He was ready to take them on by himself, but then Kagami and Shunji hop in there with him. Yeah, and with the way they were playing, I have a feeling that Shunji may join their team at some point, especially since he was the one trying to recruit KUROKO. I feel like he's gonna go to them because they had great chemistry here. They're running like a triangular offense right now. Hold that shit from 40 out. Moist like diarrhea. And then he just hit a spin move for no reason here. Beat all of them so bad, they had them laying on the fucking pavement. But no, so then it seems like Shunji has like a newfound respect for both KUROKO and Kagami. And he was just happy that he was able to play with KUROKO, which is why, again, I feel like he's gonna hop on the squad. But no, so the last thing I want to talk about is this final game. These niggas were going up against a grown-ass adult with 3 children, a whole 9-to-5 job from the depths of Africa. Because his brother right here was no less than 30 years old. And that's why I feel like the shit's so corrupt nowadays, because you see 13, 14-year-olds in AAU looking like this. And I think it's just the media playing lies, because there's just no way that 14-year-olds are trotting around at 6'8" doing East Bay dunks. At 14 years old, I was still playing manhunt outside.
Oh shit, my fault, brother. Hey, by the way, man, did you guys really beat Kaijo? It was just a practice game, but we beat them so bad they're considering firing their coach. Damn, I see. I guess that Generation of Miracles shit really isn't as strong as we thought.
Generation of Miracles lost. They brought me overseas just to beat them. I'm stunned that they're so weak.
And I'm stunned that we're about to be playing against a grown-ass man right now. But you don't see me complaining.
Huh? Huh? Oh. You poor little baby boy. Children shouldn't be on the court. Where's your mama? Or papa, do you need a burping? Wait, you're a player? Or maybe you're just a fan, I don't even know. Japanese basketball is all sorts of fucked up, man. Got teams losing to toddlers. It's just a generation of newborns.
Honestly, if he held me in the air 3 seconds longer, I would have went to the store and purchased a firearm. It would have gotten deeper than ball. I knew your ass was gangster low-key KO. I like that.
But no, what he did to Kuroko off the bat was absolutely egregious. He should have gotten a tech before the game even started. But no, so we get this game underway as his guys yawning as they're lining up. Obviously, he's going to win that jump ball, and he had this shit going at first. That mid-range was looking absolutely lethal. And I think this game was Siren versus refs, because they were taking this shit up court. Our lethal sharpshooter gets this shit deep. Look at the amount of space in between him and Taco Fall here. Taco Fall is at the left elbow, and this nigga is shooting this shit half court. He strokes that thing, and look at where the hell he blocks this from. This is 3 points. This is a goaltender.
Like, it was realistically already on its way down into the bottom of the net. So if I was glasses here and my opponent not only attempted something so outrageous for me, but got away with it at the same time, you're going to be seeing a flagrant 2 from me very shortly. That's just the reality of it.
That's all I'm saying. And we see this shit starting to turn up a little bit. And Kagami has Taco Fall locked in a triple threat position, forcing him out of his comfort zone. Look at this shit. He's starting to elevate with this ball when his back is towards the basket. Hey, let me tell you 2 things, big man. Number 1, at least one of your shots, I'm sending those shits back to where you came from. You give me the opportunity to get my hand on that fucking ball, I'm sending that shit back to Africa, and that is a damn fact. That's number 1.
There's no way on earth you're doing that shit to me, little boy. Your team has a damn child on it.
Secondly, peep this spin.
Looks like it's my fucking lucky day. Damn.
Hey! This kid you keep talking about may be giving you some trouble then. Can you please stop calling me a child, you big black... Yeah, no, so luckily the episode ended there because Kuroko was about to get racist. Because that child thing was not riding with him. We could even see it on his face, like he is dead-ass disgusted right now. But once these boys started rolling, it was an absolute annihilation. Because he started building a mansion with the amount of bricks he was built. He was like 1 for 27. And Kuroko was spanking the fuck out of that ball. He was putting on a damn clinic. Straight off the inbound, didn't even give him a chance. But the Senegal assassin, he was retaliating a little bit, and he was giving his midi a little bit more hang time. So he had Kagami stunned a little bit, but that nigga was not backing down.
Next play on offense, Glasses launches that shit from 35 feet out, hits the rim, that's no problem. Here comes his box out. Give me that shit. Had that nigga paying for intercourse. Hooker. That shit was tough as hell, God, nice. That boy's a baby, abuse him! And now he was in his head a little bit, so next time on defense, when Senegal tried pulling up on him, he was intimidated, so then he was passing out of his jump shot and everything.
And for the last play of the game, he snatched the fuck out of that ball like Hassan Whiteside.
Just absolutely terrorized this nigga on defense. I'm sure he's never been guarded like that in his life. He may quit the sport after the performance Kagami just put on him. Which inevitably ends up with Siren beating them and sending his ass back home. So no, now it's time to get serious. Because there are a couple of threats on the rise now.
So, Siren, they absolutely obliterate. And when I say obliterate, I'm talking about nuclear warfare. Like, that's how badly they beat these next couple teams. 118-51. Jitsuzen eradicate their whole basketball program. They're done for the foreseeable future. Kinga, they got 20 ball, but that's just because they sat Kuroko out that game. That shit would have probably been 50. And then their next game, they went up against the boys they were playing pickup with at the park the other day. Beat their ass 108-41. That's a team not even worth coaching if I'm the coach, because that shit's unacceptable. And side note, I think I really do want to coach basketball one day. I think it'd be great. I think I'd be a great coach. But no, now's where things were getting serious. Because the team that Olive Yagami is on, Shutoku, we get to see them in action now with his little voodoo doll self. And before Siren was going to spectate their game, Kagami hit a little Orifar maneuver on him by going up to him. Pump fake the handshake, took that nigga's bandaged up hand and then autographed the shit for him. But then we find out that these niggas blasted them out the gym 131-39 last year. We're damn lucky for Kagami and Kuroko, bruh. That's one of those beatdowns where you question your ability to play basketball and you just see the type of comp you're up against. And then that's when you're like, you know what? It's not even worth it. Let me focus on my academics. But we see Shutoku suiting up for the game. And this nigga unwraps his fingers as if he's Rock Lee in the Chunin exams. Now, I just thought he was injured. But I think he deadass wraps his fingers because he has that much precision in his flick to where he has to keep them safe from exterior forces. And right off the bat, they're 30 ball in this other squad. Just playing fundamental ball. Look at this behind the back pass. And this guy took a mid-range from 2 feet away. Don't know what that was about. And number 4 on their team, he's clearly the leader of this operation. And he's an offensive powerhouse.
Just busted the shit on these 2 dudes. Not even pausing on that shit. Left it looking like a crime scene. But he but he's got good sportsmanship, so that's a plus, but that's not even what I'm concerned about.
What I'm worried about is Olive Yagami. Kagami on the sideline says, oh, it looks like Midoriyama, or whatever his name is playing well. Kuroko says, I don't know if he is or not, which is like, what does that even mean, right? But then he says, no, I don't know because I've never seen him miss, so I don't even know like what's well for him. If I'm Kagami, hearing that come out of his mouth, that would sound like like some sort of urban legend. And we see Olive get this ball and shoot this shit to Jupiter. And when I saw him do something so outrageous, I already knew it was going in. My issue was not only the height that this ball got, but the fact that this nigga then turned around and said, let's head back to Kyle. We got to set up our 1-3-1 zone for the offense incoming. And this is more sinister than anything Curry's done ever. Look at the clock. 2:59, 58, 57, 56, 55. The ball is still not hit the rim. This shit was airborne for 10 seconds. And then when I saw that shit drop in the net, I already knew he was going to be an issue, but this is where I started to take this nigga a bit more seriously. And I'm like, okay, we have trouble. Because I'm thinking about it now. This guy's a shooter
who bases how good his stroke is going to be that day off of the alignment of the stars. He is a celestial threat from the arc. And then Kuroko proceeds to say that if his flick is activated and Mercury is in retrograde,
he is 100% from the field every single time. And then we have Glasses on our team talking about how something smells fishy about him and how he could still be hiding something a bit more ridiculous, which I don't know what's more ridiculous than that. Does he also have a handle too? Like, because the way he caught that ball doesn't look like he really had it like that. But I guess we'll see in due time. He just starts lighting this shit up. Scored 15 points in a matter of 30 seconds with this stupid ass parabola of a jump shot. And then these boys ice these fools 153-21. That is just evil. And after that game, we learned that Siren has to then face off if they want to get to Shutoku. They also have to face off against another one of the 3 powerhouses in a back-to-back. And from my experience, a back-to-back, playing 2 games in one day is already tiring enough as it is. But like, usually you get a team where it's like a bit more easier. So they're facing 2 of the top teams in the country in the same day. That's gonna be a tough battle, and I'll talk about that next time. So for y'all that stayed, I really appreciate it. I've really been enjoying the show so far, and I'm gonna continue to be bouncing around with all these different shows, but I really want to do a lot more of these sports shows because I'm just, as I said, I really enjoy talking about sports and shit in general, and I feel like I have a lot more knowledge of just how shit is supposed to work, so it's just like fun to talk about it. I appreciate Kevin again for hopping in this one with me. If y'all want to see him again or see someone else potentially on a Kuroko vid or a future vid, just let them know and let me know, and maybe I could work something out. But I really enjoyed collabing on this one with him, and next video after this, I don't know what it is, but to see whatever comes next, remember to sub to this one, sub to the second one. I'm gonna get part 4 God of War out soon, and without further ado, on to the next one. And yeah, that's it.